And that's why I got Velcro on the top of my Game Boy Advance and on the bottom. Put the GPS on the top, the battery pack on the bottom. You can use your Game Boy Advance SP for geocaching, or as a general purpose GPS unit. So, Game Boy Advance Homebrew brings us a GPS unit, movie players, music players, picture slideshow, really great homebrew games and applications like Cool Paint, Arkanoid Advanced, a couple of Mario derivatives, a couple of Sonic games were made. You got some really great games, you got some really great applications, so, plus emulation. Thumbs up for emulation, thumbs down for bootlegging ROMs. Screw you if you want to go and steal games.
Hi everyone, my name is Codename Gamma, and I'm here to show you how to install Linux on your Xbox by shoving this little penguin up the Ethernet port of your Xbox and making it run nicely with your other Xbox applications without losing that original functionality. So let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is start Internet Explorer or whatever your browser is, and we're going to go to xdsl.org. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to download Small Linux. And it's a small download, about 50 megabytes. Not very bad. So go ahead and just go to Xbox Linux SourceForge site. And go down over here, and we're going to go to XDSL 0.5. And go ahead and you'll want to go ahead and click download. Scroll down again, and we want to go ahead and do XDSL 0.5.zip. And what you're going to want to do is scroll down again and just go ahead and download it right there. I'm going to use FlashGet because my connection sucks and it can resume. And we're going to go ahead and just let this download. And yeah, like I said before, it's not that big. Actually, this is 43 megabytes. So once it's done, go ahead and exit out of there and go to where you downloaded it. I just have it on the desktop right now, and you're going to open it up, and you're going to want to go ahead and copy the README and the XDSL ISO. And just extract those to your desktop or whatever your working folder is. Open up the ISO, and in there you have a folder called Noptics and a bunch of them, and then default.xbe. I already made a folder on the desktop, so which I'm going to extract, called XDSL. And then you're just going to want to go ahead and drag the Noptics folder in. Let that extract, default.xbe, linuxboot.xbe, and then go into Noptics and drag the last two files in. Go ahead and go back, and now we can go ahead and close out of this. And we're going to want to leave this open because now we got to make some changes. So you might want to go ahead and open that with WordPad and make that big so you can read everything. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing an FTP install, and you're going to want to go ahead and copy that title, DSL, all that stuff that I'm highlighting right now. Copy it, and we can minimize that, and then go to linuxboot.config, and we want to edit this file as well. You can open it with WordPad and replace all the lines with the one that you just copied from README. And we want to close that. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to close everything up, and we're going to go ahead and FTP into our Xbox and copy everything where it's supposed to be. So we're going to go ahead and connect. As usual, mine's 192.168.2.3, Xbox, username, password, Xbox. We're going to go to drive E. And you're just going to want to go ahead and copy everything into the root of drive E. So we're going to go where we have it, the XDSL, and then just copy everything into drive E. And let that copy over. It's not too big, so it's not going to take that long, unless you're on a really slow 10 millibit network, but even then, it's only 15 megs. And go ahead and disconnect, and we're going to go ahead and boot into our Xbox now, after we clean everything up. Okay, so we're now on the Xbox side of things, and we're going to boot it up. And of course we have our Xbox Media Center. So now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to that location where we copied default.xbe, and we're going to run it. So that goes down to My Files and Drive E, and scroll down to default.xbe and run it by pressing A. And there we go. This is the Linux bootloader, and we're going to run from FATX on E, and it's going to start booting. And you're going to notice this looks a lot like any Linux boot, and this is damn small Linux. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to let this boot like normal. If you have a USB keyboard, it would be a good idea to plug it in using that USB adapter that you used for your USB stick. And then as you can see, the desktop came up, and we have a virtual keyboard. It's not quite done loading. Once you see the bars back there, that's your gauges and stuff. And that's when you can tell it's fully done loading. And you use the gamepad to move the mouse around. So that's how you can do it. If you don't have a keyboard, you can use a virtual keyboard, even though it sucks. I don't use it. I have a USB keyboard, so I'm going to exit out of that. And the first thing I want to show you is Firefox. And as well, no, actually you can see here that the first thing, we have a bunch of applications. We have Firefox, we have a writing program, we have a PDF viewer, we have a multimedia program. So the first thing we're going to do is set up our network card. We're going to go System, and we're going to go Net Setup, and then Net Card Config. We're going to run it, and then it's going to ask you use DHCP. If you have a DHCP on your network, your computer automatically gets the IP address. You want to go ahead and go yes to that. Since I don't, I'm going to have to put in all these settings manually, and these will save every time XDSL boots. It will automatically go to the IP address you tell it to this time. It's just a bunch of these simple questions. Okay, now it's done. It's setting those network settings and saving them, and now it's going to exit. So now that your network is set up, you can go ahead and go to Firefox here, and you should hopefully get to the home page. And as you can see, this is Firefox, so you should be able to go just about anywhere. And to show you that, I'm actually going to go to BSoD.org, BSoDTV.org, sorry. As you can see, we have graphics, and it's all loads up, and it looks pretty nice on Firefox. If it asks you about these security certificates, just click cancel or whatever, I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, and it's a full web browser. You can do downloading, you can do email, you can do whatever you need to from here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go File, and then we can quit. That's all. I mean, it's Firefox. You know how to use Firefox. So the next thing I want to show you is this My DSL over here. And what this will allow you to do is download apps from the internet that will automatically download once they're done downloading, or install once they're done downloading. Sorry. And